All right, Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. The Falcons are favored by 2.5 in New York. The Jets have Tim Boyle starting at quarterback. But the big news for the Jets this week, Aaron Rodgers. Practice window is open, and he was throwing football passes yesterday.
Yeah.
In slow motion.
That's fascinating. So that gives them 21 days, right? That's the window?
Yeah.
So that takes them starting.
He's not taking. There's no contact right now. He's doing functional football drills, and they're going to continue to build up from that.
So theoretically, he could be back for week 15 against Miami?
Yeah.
That's 3 weeks.
I mean, the Jets are currently 15th seed
right
in the AFC out of 16.
I don't think that they can keep the season alive to the point where Rodgers is relevant. So if they're now factoring in this concept of him coming back for completely pointless final few weeks.
But does Aaron Rodgers have billionaire level spite? He might have billionaire level spite against, everyone.
Yeah, well,
where he would want to just come back and say, look, I did it. I came back in 3 months.
No, I think so that's the thing. Like, I could definitely see there being value, vaguely silly value, but value nonetheless to being like, just getting back for the final game, right? Just to sort of, their final game is on the road against New England, right? Week 18. Even if their season's dead, like I could see Rodgers wanting to get back, start that final game and be like, I did it. I made the comeback. 40-year-old, Achilles, I'm back. Look, aren't I amazing, right? All the thing, everyone's focusing on Aaron Rodgers in the day where everyone else should be focusing on playoffs. But no, it's all about me. Congratulations to me. I don't really see the point in doing that in week 15. Like, okay, sure, you'll have that day, but like now you got to do it 3 more times before the season's done and risk getting hurt again.
He could also call it a win and just say, well, I was ready to go.
And then just sit down, like play in week 15
I was ready to go,
Miami.
but we're 5-10. Why would I do that?
No, because he definitely
5-9.
He'll want to play, right? But like, would you play him in week 15 and then just sit him down for the rest of the year? You're like, I did come back, but now there's no point in playing the final 3 games.
Depends on what I think this calls for a darkness retreat.
Yeah,
maybe to.
It's just it's a very weird thing now. But anyway, now it's Tim Boyle game again.
Yeah, going up against a feisty Falcons defense. The Jets defense they've got the number 1 coverage grade in the NFL, and they've been outstanding at the second level or the linebacker level. Quincy Williams playing great ball. Corners are tough to throw on, but I do think the Falcons have run game answers. Even though they had the invisible right tackle play last week, overall they're very good at creating in the run game. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Desmond Ridder being a threat as well. I think the Falcons have a chance to move the ball on the ground. I'm just concerned every time Desmond Ridder drops back against that Jets pass rush and great coverage unit.
Yeah. I think one big thing is just, does the offense cause enough problems that, like, I feel like every game for the Jets now is they have an incredibly short fuse for the defense, like unraveling and getting frustrated and pissed off that everything's going south, right? Like
that has been the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Against the Bills and the Dolphins.
And if things go well at the start of the game, I think we're fine, right? I think the Jets can have one of those games where that defense is so good. But it doesn't always look great because the offense is going to dig them a hole and they'll get beaten in a few plays and then they'll get annoyed and frustrated and it'll unravel, right? But I think if the game starts off in their favor and things don't unravel, their defense could absolutely suffocate this Falcons offense. But if things get away from them, or if Tim Boyle throws a pick 6, or if they fumble the ball away or something, and then the Falcons get a big play randomly, or even just get a drive going, I think we're right. Like, we are just a match strike away from the defense exploding and getting annoyed, and like the Falcons easing away and winning because they're at that kind of, it's a tinderbox, right? They're just so annoyed and frustrated with how this season is going that I think we're right on the brink immediately in every game.
Couldn't you see something similar to what happened on the Black Friday game where the Falcons put together maybe 1 drive, 1.5 drives, they're up 10-0. Desmond Ridder, one of the league leaders in turnover-worthy plays, puts the ball in harm's way. Jets get the ball back, short field, and it's like this close game. But the Falcons pull it out 16-6 or 16-9 or something like that. I mean, that's what I'm looking at here. Unless, again, Tim Boyle didn't play horribly the other day. He had a Hail Mary pick six, right? He had some bad luck in there as well, but it hasn't mattered how well the quarterback plays because the offensive line has just revolving door of not good players right now. And again, beyond Garrett Wilson, who are the guys to throw to?
Yeah.
So the situation hasn't been great. The quarterback play hasn't been great, unless the Jets, find a spark in Tim Boyle. I'm expecting a low-scoring game here, though.
Yeah, I do feel like the Jets' defense matches up well against the Falcons' offense as well. Like even Atlanta's strengths, I don't think are necessarily strengths against the Jets. The physicality of a Sauce Gardner, say, is a good matchup against a guy like Drake London. I think they have a good enough run defense to combat Bijan Robinson, the Falcons' run game, even with Desmond Ridder as part of it. I think that they have the capacity to absolutely shut down that Falcons offense. But the question is, will they get frustrated and lose the rag because their own offense stinks?
Keep an eye on Jesse Bates, man. I don't know if he can force those turnovers every single week, but Tim Boyle could give him a couple opportunities here. Okay, so Falcons by 2.5 here in New York. Where are you leaning with this one?
Yeah, I think Atlanta. I feel like the Jets defense is going to get frustrated and unravel again every week now.
I'll take the Falcons to cover the 2.5. I think they'll have some success on the ground. Just a matter of Desmond Ridder not putting the ball in harm's way 3 or 4 times, like almost every other quarterback has against the Jets.
Yeah,
which is a strong bet, but I feel like the Falcons can at least
the Jets turning
not rely on him as much.
The Jets turning every opposing quarterback into Zach Wilson's level. What happens if the quarterback already started at Zach Wilson's level?
Right. He becomes Tim Boyle's level. I don't know.